instantly wow them. You don't have to worry as much about losing their interest because they have never actually had you in any significant way. You remain elusive, enigmatic, and you get their full desire every time they see or interact with you. Also, familiarity tends to breed boredom, and you can always stay exciting to your OnlyFans subscribers with a bit of work and dress up. All right, number 8, you don't need to be chosen or vetted. A big part of the sugar dating dynamic is that a sugar daddy decides on whom he wants to be with, and typically there is a lengthy vetting process. This is after, the type of relationship that the daddy basically, he's investing his money and time into his protege sugar baby. The sugar baby sometimes gains, mentor and life experience benefits from her sugar daddy, and he in turn provides her a more extravagant lifestyle. This means that the sugar daddy is typically very involved in making this an all or nothing proposition, meaning that you will either be blessed with a large amount of money or you'll get nothing. This obviously isn't ideal for the sugar baby because you will end up putting in a good amount of time for no reward. On OnlyFans, you are able to gain the reward right away, either in the form of money for a subscription or tips. The only thing one of your fans needs to do is like you enough to put down a small amount of money to subscribe. Your vetting process is almost next to nothing. It is just visual satisfaction for the subscriber, and if he likes you, he will continue to tip or move along to someone else. Again, there's very little sunk cost on a potential fan compared to a potential sugar daddy. Also, typically, once you are chosen by one sugar daddy, they don't like you to have other sugar sources. Many even will forbid you from speaking to other men or having other deep, meaningful relationships in your life. This is never a problem in OnlyFans, as there is no exclusivity with your subscribers and fans. Okay, so number 9, sugar sites like Seeking.com are hard to stay on long term. One thing anyone who has ever been on a sugar dating website can attest to is that they are exhausting. You have to go through so many fake people and time wasters. After a few weeks, many sugar babies just give up because the pool of actual real sugar daddies is so small. The pool is also shrinking, as well as more sugar daddies move to sites like OnlyFans where they can get instant gratification for their money. This creates a mental strain and drain on potential sugar babies, and they typically leave these sites with next to nothing. This isn't even mentioning sites like Seeking are notorious for removing users for even the slightest infraction. Since the sites are free to use for sugar babies, they have no safeguard on their profile because these sites gain no monetary value from you being on their platform. Compare this to OnlyFans, where you are in a business relationship with their site and you both depend on each other for income. As long as you don't violate OnlyFans' basic rules, they will keep you on their website and want you to be on there to continue making money so they can make their cut as well. So it's a lot easier to stay on OnlyFans long term and build up a solid fan base than a sugar site where you can't even add followers or gain popularity from the platform long term. All right, number 10. You don't need to change yourself to gain someone's approval. You can be yourself. For many people on sugar dating sites, they act as yet another Tinder-like experience where you are judged constantly by those on the site. You feel a need to fit into certain molds and conform to the standards of what, a rich sugar daddy or mama is looking for. This doesn't allow you to be yourself, and thus can be very stifling for you both mentally and physically. Compare that to OnlyFans, where a creator's scars can sometimes be their greatest asset. With people looking for unique content, the more out there you are, the better. You're able to express yourself fully on the platform and be as much of your true self as possible. You know that only your true fans have subscribed, and therefore you can create for them the kind of content that makes both of you happy. Being your true self helps with your self-esteem, and earning money from it feels great too. All right, number 11, you can have multiple micro sugar daddies. As mentioned, many sugar daddies prefer an exclusive relationship with their sugar babies. This creates a codependent relationship where you are relying on one person for a large source of your income. If this one person becomes displeased with you, they can pull back the money. This in turn causes you to have fear and possibly even resentment for them. There is a different situation when it comes to OnlyFans because you can have as many micro sugar daddies as you like, and they can come from all over the world. If you displease one of your micro sugar daddies, oh well, their loss. You have more time for others. It is a lot healthier for you because you are not being controlled by anyone else, and neither is your ability to make money. You and your effort decides how much money you will make each month on OnlyFans and no one else. All right. Number 12, location is not an issue. You can make money from anyone, anywhere. As mentioned, you can make money from anyone, anywhere, as long as they have an OnlyFans account. Typically, in a sugar relationship, you're limited to those in your particular area. And if you live in a large city within maybe only a mile or two, not only that, but in certain large cities, the competition is so fierce for the few eligible sugar daddies that it becomes impossible to find one. When it comes to OnlyFans, people from all over the world can spoil you, and it won't matter to the majority of them where you live. It could even be more exciting for them, that you are exotic and don't live very close to them. This also opens up the pool for potential suitors to anyone, anywhere, increasing your chances of taking home larger and larger amounts of money. This is how the top creators in OnlyFans can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, or tens of thousands, however much, and they end up making a lot of money because there's just so big of a pool of people. All right, number 13, falling in love ruins your ability to make money. Let's be honest, emotions always get in the way when it comes to a sugar dating relationship. Someone is always more involved than the other person. In a lot of cases, both parties sought this type of relationship from loneliness and not having the romantic relationship of their dreams when they signed up. Whether it is a sugar daddy catching feelings for a much more attractive woman, or a sugar baby falling in love with a dashing sugar daddy who is only looking for fun, this type of relationship can end in disaster emotionally. This can never be the case when it comes to OnlyFans because both parties realize that it is a fun escape and that you will both be going back to your normal lives after the conversation or live stream is over. There are rare instances where an OnlyFans subscriber will catch feelings, but it will never happen in reverse, allowing you as a creator to distance yourself from that fan. The actual physical distance and safeguards of OnlyFans itself makes that a known reality. All right, number 14, you can make money while you sleep. Never underestimate the power of making money as you sleep. I say this because those people who are able to take 2-week vacations also have figured out the power of leverage when it comes to making money. In a sugar baby daddy relationship, you will be, quote unquote, the product, basically being sold, and only your ability to give up hours of your life for the dynamic will make you any income or money at all. As I mentioned earlier, you only have so many hours in a day, right? So if you only have so much time each week to devote to being a sugar baby, you'll only be able to make as much money as your free time allows you. Not the case when it comes to OnlyFans, because the internet never sleeps, but you do. So on OnlyFans, you can wake up to new subscribers and tips because your content will have been working for you as you slept. This means that income is not tied to the amount of hours in your day, so you can make an unlimited amount of money on OnlyFans. And then number 15, and lastly, there are many places to promote your OnlyFans, while very few sites control sugar dating. So have you ever seen anyone tell you, go check out their seeking arrangement profile in a tweet or post? I know I haven't, and it's because it would be downright odd to promote what is basically a dating profile. This isn't the case when it comes to your OnlyFans page. No one will think it odd if you let them know that you have an OnlyFans page, and people will even hunt out your page on other social media platforms as well. While there are many restrictions to promoting your OnlyFans, and you need to do so carefully on some platforms, as we've talked about, it is a page that you can promote and let people know about. This is because it is something everyone can enjoy, while only a select few people would be able to check out a sugar dating page because they are very expensive to join for the sugar daddies. These are typically $100 a month investments for people. So this makes it more niche kind of business, while OnlyFans now boasts 100 million plus members and growing. So it's a lot easier to promote and get people interested in giving you their money on OnlyFans as a whole. Right, so why is OnlyFans better than sugar dating? One last point I would like to make is no one's ever been murdered on OnlyFans by a customer. And I don't say that lightly, but as a fact. OnlyFans is just a safer place, both physically and emotionally, than sugar dating. And it has a much greater level of income generation as well. You can rely on multiple numbers of people to spoil you on OnlyFans, and it is a platform where you can congregate your fans overall. So it's a place where you can improve your popularity, as opposed to a sugar dating website where you cannot. Also, as the world and even money becomes more and more digital and virtual, thus dynamics that are virtual and online are less risky and take up a lot less of your time. So if you look at it here, OnlyFans versus sugar dating, where can you make more money? What's going to cost you less of your time? Both of those are going to go towards OnlyFans. And this is why it's pretty much a runaway for OnlyFans in this regard. And as I said, there are some things you can look at. You can say, if someone gives you money through sugar relationship, maybe it's not taxable. Maybe it, isn't something that anyone knows you have. What you do and how you do those things, I would, of course, recommend that you always pay your taxes on whatever money you get. But, you are out there in the system for the amount of money that you've gotten, and you aren't getting 100% of it. So those are negatives. But considering against all the positives that OnlyFans has, I would definitely say that right now in 2021, OnlyFans is just a better use of your time. And as far as if your main goal is to earn money, and it's better for you, both in your, health wise and physically, and, in all regards in that way. So I would definitely say here that OnlyFans wins. And it's not just because this is the OnlyFans Secrets podcast. So yes. All right. So I promised you guys that I would give you information on the OnlyFans Live, but I wanted to let you know as well that you can read this entire concept as an article on the SEO Bounty blog. So you want to go to seobounty.com/118 or 118 for episode 118, and you can read along as far as why OnlyFans is better than sugar dating. And now information on the live Q&A event. So I've been promising this forever, and I know so many of you have jumped on to OnlyFans, / OnlyFans Hero and joined up. So I